Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Enduristan Monsoon 3 pannier system available at RevZilla.com. So what you see on the table in front of me are the Monsoon 3s, and these are aimed at you ADV enduro riders out there that are looking to maximize storage on your bike, but you also want to cut weight. We've really seen a huge movement towards dry bags and away from hard luggage for riders out there that are truly riding off-road, because it gives you a weight savings, and every little bit of weight that you can save when you're riding off-road counts. So we threw these on the scale. Each bag comes in around the 3-pound mark, so you're looking at a full setup that weighs under 7 pounds empty. And then you're also going to have rigid panels with this, which help to keep its size, and then you're going to have a waterproof design. So there's a lot of features going on here that we're going to break down in this video. First and foremost, however, installation. Now this is going to be a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for install. Now we're going to go into more in depth at the end of the video, but right now if you're looking at these, plan on setting at least 15 to 20 minutes aside to get these installed onto your bike. Now, if you're not familiar with Enduristan, that's because this is a brand that is new to us here at RevZilla. And from what I've seen from these pieces so far, what's really impressed me is the bang for your buck factor. There's a lot going on with them. There's a lot of durability baked into these, and the Monsoon 3s are going to come in around that $350 price point. And we're seeing a lot of other manufacturers really increase the price on their dry luggage. We're not seeing that carry through to the Enduristan. So let's break down the technology that's going into this, the construction, and what you can expect from the Monsoon 3s. So the first thing I want to hit on is the construction of the bag itself. You're looking at a 3-layer design with the material on this, and the outside layer is going to be a rubberized polymer. Now I like this because it gives you just a strong tactile grip. It has a real good rubberized feel to it, but it also adds in an exterior waterproof protection element to this. So you've already got one area of waterproof protection on the outside of the bag. Now the middle layer is going to be a 1000D, it's going to be a 1000D nylon mesh. And that's going to be sandwiched between the two outside layers, and that's going to give you your durability, right? So if you're at the campsite, you're throwing these around, or if you do go down on the motorcycle, that 1000D is what just keeps these, more durable. They're not going to wear out as easily, and if they do wear out, there's a really great repair kit you can get from Enduristan, so you don't have to replace the bags themselves. You can just make a repair. And that's going to be especially valuable if you're out there on the road somewhere, and you can't just replace your bags. You have to make a roadside repair. Now the inside is going to be done in a red vinyl interior. Now this is great because it gives you a contrasting color, so you can really see nicely to the inside of the bottom of the bag for small items that might get lost on a black on black background. The other thing that's really great about this, it's an extra layer of waterproof. So now you have waterproof on the outside, you have waterproof on the inside, you get that 1000D durability layer sandwiched in between, and the entire bag is going to be heat welded together to make sure that it's going to be waterproof for you. Now you'll also notice on the inside there, you're going to have a rigid panel that's working its way from the front to the back of the bag. And this is going to be a really awesome feature. If you've used other manufacturers, I got a set of Wolfman bags on my Bonneville, and they use a U-pattern rigid panel that runs from the outside to the inside as opposed to the front to the back, and it folds over on itself. The panel that's being used by Enduristan is more rigid, it holds the shape, and it makes it extremely easy to load and unload. Now you can completely remove it if you want to go with the regular non-rigid setup, and you'll also notice that there's dividers in there that can be removed as well, so you can either partition the inside off to give yourself 3 different sections, or you can rip them out completely and you can have one large section. So there's a lot of different versatility on how you want to set these up. Now for riders out there that have never used a dry bag before, the waterproof comes in with how you want to fold this over. Now, at the bare minimum, depending on how much you have packed in here, each bag is 30 liters in capacity, so there's a good amount of storage. But if you have it packed up to the 9, you want to make sure you leave at least enough room that you can get one solid fold over. You don't want any of the opening of the bag to be showing through. Now, ideally, you'd be able to fold it over 3 full times to make sure that there's no chance of water getting in. And then once you have it folded over, you simply clip down your exterior clips, and then you're going to have a compression strap that's going to run across the top. And that's where you're getting the waterproof protection from a dry bag. Now the other thing that I like about this is, in addition to the storage you have on the inside, you can actually mount additional bags to the outside of this. Think of it as a system. This is your base, and then you can build upon that. And you're going to build upon it because there's going to be MOLLE webbing working its way across the top of the bag as well as the outside of the bag. Now, if you're not familiar with MOLLE webbing, this is going to be a military-developed technology, and you have different sections of bar tack stitching dividing up the nylon webbing on this, which makes it just easier to distribute the weight. So you get a stronger tether to pull from if you need to mount anything down. And then you're also going to have different loops so you can figure out exactly where you want to mount to. Now, we had some questions about the integrity of the waterproofing with this bar tack stitching, but the stitching doesn't go all the way through to the interior red vinyl, so it doesn't compromise the waterproof level at all. Now, final note with this is you will notice that the inside panels are going to be rubberized. And this is going to work great so you don't have to worry about scratching up the fairings or the plastic on your bike. The only thing to note is that these are not heat resistant. So if you're laying these over top of a bike that's going to have an exhaust on there, make sure you're using a heat shield on the exhaust. Enduristan does have the Inferno heat shield. You put that on, and then you can set these right against the exhaust. Now that's cool because these are going to work with either folks out there that are already utilizing luggage racks on their bike, or folks that don't have luggage racks. So you can set it up either way. And that's going to take us right into our installation. Now, like I said in the beginning, on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for install, this is going to be a 1 out of 3. And really the hardest part about doing the entire installation is going to be adjusting the main straps. So you're going to have what are going to be rock straps with this. And this is a feature that I really like that Enduristan uses. If you've never used rock straps before, they are absolutely amazing. They will change the way you lash luggage down to your bike because there's an elastication to them. So they stretch a little bit, they flex. And like I said, the hardest part about installing them is you have to run these up, and there's really no way to see where they're mounting to. So when you install these to the inside of the bag, you just have to use feel. There's not an easy way to see what's going on. But once those are installed, you're simply going to use these tethers down to a frame rail somewhere on the front of your bike, and then you're going to have a strap that's going to run across the back. Now what's also really cool about this, think of them as just traditional throw-over luggage. So the main strap is going to be a Velcro adjustable strap, and you can fine-tune exactly how wide you want it to sit. And you can fine-tune that from 8.25 inches up to 29.5 inches. And again, that's going to be really cool for you riders out there that are using maybe an enduro-style bike, you don't have luggage racks, and you want to just sit directly against the bike. Or if you are using luggage racks and you've tried to use dry luggage before, you know that you have to extend the straps quite far to be able to get to sit comfortably over those luggage racks. And that is your option for you. Now, like I said, there's that one last mounting point at the back, and you're simply going to run this around a luggage rack or underneath the rear tail section of your seat, and that's going to give you your final stage of mounting. So these are going to be nice and secure on your motorcycle. And you'll also notice that you're going to have pops for reflectivity at the back of the bag as well as the front of the bag. So with the Monsoon 3s, what you're seeing is an extremely versatile piece from Enduristan. For those of you out there that are looking to save weight, but you still want to maximize storage, you want to ride your big adventure bike off-road, this is going to be something that's going to be able to hold up to the pounding that you're going to throw its way. Now, I'm very excited about Enduristan. I've gotten to use a lot of their pieces, and they've simply impressed me. There's a lot of other riders out there that are using this gear too, and if you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from other folks out there abusing Enduristan luggage. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which luggage setup is going to be right for you and your ride, give them a shout at 877-792-9455, or simply shoot us an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Enduristan Monsoon 3 panniers. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.